Hello and welcome to this new user series webinar on navigating the Message Center. My name is Brian Wall. I am a client services specialist with JMC and also a trainer with JMC. I've been with them for about 2 years now. After 34 years in public education in Iowa, 10 as a high school math teacher and coach, and then the last 24 as a middle school and high school principal. I'm joined today by Greg Appleby. Greg, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, Brian. I'm Greg Appleby, and I'm also a client service specialist with JMC. I've been with JMC for a couple of years, and we also use JMC at the schools I was at for about the last 10 years. I've retired after 34 years in education, also with the last 22 as a principal. So I'm glad to work with Brian today on navigating the Message Center.
Yeah, good to have you with her. We have similar career arcs. So simplifying communication, keeping families in the loop on open houses, start of school events, and emergencies is key to student success and safety. The Message Center enables seamless delivery and understanding of your messages. Today we share how easy it is to set up the Message Center, do email and text-to-voice messaging, send messages in bulk, and run message status reports to ensure timely delivery of your messages.
So we're going to go over setting up the Message Center today. JMC's Message Center is a powerful tool that simplifies communication with staff, students, families, and activity groups. For everything to run smoothly, make sure to complete 3 key setup steps. Set up mass email sending, customize phone dialer settings, and initialize contact phone numbers. By following the step-by-step instructions, you can configure your SMTP server, login credentials, and send from email address, customize access codes, voice settings, and caller ID, and mark contact and student phone numbers to receive messages. Taking these steps will ensure effective and efficient communication with your families and students. Adding custom phone settings. Customize your phone dialer settings in JMC Office to enhance communication with families using the Message Center. With options to set the call center access code, voice preferences for text-to-voice messages, and caller ID settings for each building, you can personalize your phone dialer experience. By customizing these settings, you can ensure that your messages are delivered effectively and recognized by recipients, avoiding any potential blocks or ignored calls. To access phone dialer settings, by going to File, Administrator Options in JMC Office to tailor your communication approach. Step 1, select either man or woman from the default voice drop-down list to customize the voice option for text-to-voice messages sent from Message Center. Step 2, click the Save button to update your default voice settings. Fun fact, no need to make any changes to the account ID, auth token, text-to-voice app ID, recording app ID, access code, or external app URL fields in JMC Office's phone dialer settings. These fields have already been configured by JMC Tech Support, guaranteeing that your phone dialer is set up correctly and ready for use without any additional adjustments. To add your phone number, Step 3, click the Add Caller ID Number button under Caller ID Settings to associate your school's phone number with outgoing calls from the Message Center. Step 4, enter the main phone number of your school in the phone number field to display outgoing calls from the Message Center. Add an extension. Step 5, which is optional. Enter an extension in the extension field to associate it with the displayed phone number. Helpful tip, to enter a character such as a pound sign or a comma before the extension to insert a delay, allowing the phone system to pick up before the extension is entered. Pound delays the extension by 1 second. Pound, pound, pound delays the extension by 3 seconds. A comma delays the extension by 4 seconds. Step 6, we're going to verify authenticity. Click the Verify This Number button to initiate a call from the phone service to verify the authenticity of the displayed phone number. Helpful tip, To complete the caller ID setup process, be prepared to answer the phone call from the phone service at the location of the number listed in the phone number field. This step is important to verify the authenticity of the caller ID number and to ensure its successful configuration for outgoing calls from the message center. To confirm caller ID number and apply to all buildings, step 7, enter the verification code listed in red using your phone's keypad to authenticate the caller ID number when prompted by the phone service. Step 8, click the verify button after entering the verification code to confirm the caller ID for outgoing phone calls. Step 9, click the edit link next to a building in the building caller ID settings box to attach your verified caller ID number to a building in your school. Save your phone settings. Step 10, select a verified caller ID number from the caller ID number drop-down list to select the caller ID number to be used for the building. Step 11, click the update link to use the selected caller ID number with the selected building, or click the cancel link to discard your changes. Helpful tip, repeat these steps for each unique phone number associated with various buildings in your district.
All right, we'll take a live look at all of that. This is one of the more, I guess, technical things you'll have to do in getting your message center set up. So we're going to go
And
under.
this is like a one-time thing also, Brian, that you'll do initially to set it up. Once you set it up, it's going to be good forever.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Greg. So we're going to start up here under File, Administrator Options. And then we need to slide down here to our phone dialer settings. And as Greg mentioned, the top portion of this screen is going to already be filled in for you. That'll be set up by our tech people. First thing that you can choose to modify or customize here is the default voice. Whether you want a woman's voice to read your text-to-voice messages or whether you'd like a man's voice to read them. You don't need to worry about the external app. Save your choices. Then you get down to the caller ID settings. These are to put in the phone numbers so that caller ID recognize a call coming from your school. You can see we've already got a couple of numbers entered in here for Lake City. If you were going to add another number, we'd simply add caller ID. And then we would put in our phone number, an extension if necessary. And then we would click this verify this phone number, and I'm not going to do it because I don't want it to call, but once I'd entered a couple of numbers and wanted to verify, a red access code would appear up here. This is the time when you need somebody in the office prepared to answer that call. So the phone will ring in the office, you'll pick it up, you'll be prompted to enter that verification code, and then that will add that phone number to your list of caller ID settings, building caller ID settings. So you can do it for each of the offices within your district. Anything else you think we need to throw in here on getting these settings ready to go, Greg?
The only thing I would add up above there where you chose the man or the woman, that access code is a number that you will need later if you're going to call and send a message. If you do it by calling our toll-free number, which we would give to you, and then you're going to make a call for a late start or no school, they'll ask for your school's access code. That is the access code that would be used.
Yeah, very good. Yes, you will need that later. All right, we will move along then. Initialize phone numbers to receive messages. Initializing phone contact numbers in JMC Office enables you to easily send calls and text messages to contacts, ensuring your important messages reach families effectively. With a few simple clicks, you can initialize primary contacts to receive emergency and weather-related messages and SMS or text messages. It's a quick and straightforward process that allows you to start communicating with families efficiently. Head to File, Administrator Options in JMC Office again to start initializing contact phone numbers. Step 1. click the Initialize Contact Phone Numbers link in the phone settings box to begin enabling contacts to receive messages. Step 2. Click the Initialize Contact Phones ranked number 1 button in the Emergency Weather Related box to enable primary contacts to receive emergency or weather-related messages. Step 3. Click the Initialize Contact Phones ranked number 2 button in the Emergency Weather-Related box to enable emergency contacts to receive emergency or weather-related messages. Step 4. Click the Initialize Student Cell Phones to enable students to receive emergency or weather-related messages. And Step 5. Click the Initialize Contact Phones cell number 1 in the SMS or text message box to enable primary contacts to receive SMS text messages. Step 6. Click the Initialize Contact Phones cell number 2 in the SMS text message box to enable emergency contacts to receive SMS text messages. Confirm those updates. In Step 7, click the Initialize Student Cell Phones button in the SMS text message box to enable students to receive the text messages. And fun fact, after clicking each button to initialize contacts or students, a confirmation message will appear indicating the number of contacts or students that have been successfully updated. All right, let's take a live look at that. I'm going to go back. We're going to Administrator Options, and then all the way down here to the bottom of this screen is where I initialize contact phone numbers. Now, it goes without saying, or maybe by saying it, that you can only initialize numbers that have been entered into your JMC database. So your parent contact numbers, emergency contact numbers, student cell phone numbers, if you're entering them into JMC, they have to already be in JMC Office in order for them to be initialized. Then you're just going to work your way through these buttons, initializing phone contacts ranked number 1. You'll get a message here. I'm getting the message that set emergency numbers for 6 contacts. Right? That'll tell you how many contacts were initialized on that step. Initialize contact phones ranked number 2. These might be emergency contacts for students. So 1 contact was initialized. And initialize student cell phones. Click that. 32 students had cell phone numbers that have now been initialized. Likewise, you'll go on with your SMS text messages, initializing contact phone cell number 1, initialize contact phone cell number 2, and initializing student cell phones. So just a lot of clicking here to get all those numbers initialized so they can begin receiving messages.
All right, let's take a look at customizing long text messages with logos. To add a logo to long text messages, when sending a lengthy text message in JMC Office, there's no need to worry about your provider breaking it up into smaller parts. JMC ensures that the complete message is delivered by sending a hyperlink to a web page where recipients can view the entire message along with your school's logo for easy identification. This ensures seamless delivery and an accurate understanding of your message by students, families, and other contacts. Navigate to phone settings. To upload your school's logo, log into JMC Office and again head to File, Administrator Options. Step 1, click the Phone Dialer Settings link in the Phone Settings box to set information pertaining to text messages. Step 2, select the Custom Logo button to add your school's logo to the Messages webpage. Step 3, click the Select button to select an image from your computer to use as your custom logo. Fun fact, after clicking the Select button, a window will pop up allowing you to navigate to the save file on your computer to select and open. Helpful tip. Make sure you're selecting a JPG, JPEG, or PNG file. For best results, choose a file that is close to 190 pixels wide, 72 pixels tall, and under 256 kilobytes in size to ensure an optimal fit on the Messages webpage.
All right, let's take a live look at uploading that logo. Again, we start at File, Administrator Options. Come down here, back into our phone dialer settings. In this lower third of the screen is where we can upload our logo. And again, this logo is what's going to appear on your longer text messages. JMC creates a web page that allows you to read that message in one continuous message rather than broken up. So click on Custom Logo. You'll get a dialog box encouraging you to select from a logo from your computer. I don't have one that I'm going to upload, but if I click Select, you get the typical taken to an upload screen, navigate on your computer to find the logo you wish, and then upload. And it'll appear in this box and be ready to go. Don't like the logo you've updated, you can always clear the logo and start again, choose a different one.
All right, I think it's time to take a look at sending messages, Brian.
Sounds good, Greg.
Creating and sending messages. Send individual emails, texts, phone calls, or all of them at once. The Message Center in JMC office is home to all of your external messaging needs, including the ability to send emails, text messages, or phone calls to a variety of contact groups in your school's site. Choose from a wide variety of contact groups and select students and or the appropriate contact to receive your message. Then send emails, text messages, phone calls, or a combination with just a few clicks in the JMC Message Center. Filter student contacts to receive your message. Log into JMC Office and head to Message Center, Send Messages to begin sending individual emails, texts, or phone calls. Step 1, top left corner, you select a radio button from the select box to filter which student contacts to send your message to, then fill out the appropriate fields highlighted below. You can go sequential, enter a range of students' IDs in the from and to fields. Random, select one or more students by entering their name or student ID in the find drop-down list. You can filter by grade, enter a grade level range in the from and to drop-down list and select a gender from the gender drop-down list. You can filter by advisor to enter a range of advisor IDs. You can filter by course, select one or more courses by entering the course name or teacher name in the available courses drop-down list, or by activity by selecting one or more activities by selecting the activity name in the activities box. Additional ways to filter student contacts, you can do it by bus route number. In case you need to contact all the families on a certain bus route, select that bus route number from the route bus number drop-down list. Random contact, select one or more contacts by entering their name in the find drop-down list. Tag, select a student from the tag drop-down list. Helpful tip, to include all community members or members of a specific group, place a check mark in the Include Community Members checkbox and select the appropriate radio button.
I think that's just really powerful. Your ability to really target your message to the audience that needs to hear it. It's not like you have to send every message to every contact in your database. You can really narrow down to the audience that needs to hear the message.
Right. And just a couple of quick examples. Say you had a bus route and a certain bus had a flat tire, and you need to let the parents know they're going to be 20 minutes late, but everyone's safe, you can do that. If you're sending it out for prom and you just want it to go to juniors and seniors, select the 11th and 12th grade. If the soccer team is away and is, navigating home through storms, and you want to contact just the soccer team, you can go by activity. Just a few examples of the many ways of how powerful the Message Center is. So select a message type. Step 2, select the email and text, or email, text, and phone radio button from the message type box to identify the type of message you'd like to send. Step 3, place a check mark in the appropriate checkbox to identify who should receive your message. Contacts are all primary and secondary contacts. Primary contacts only are primary contacts, and students are student cell numbers. Helpful tip, select both primary contact only and students if you'd like the information to go to both families and students. You can send your message now or in the future. Step 4, click the Send Now or Schedule Time radio button to select when to send your message. Helpful tip, select when you'd like your message to be sent by clicking the Send Now radio button for immediate delivery or the Schedule Time radio button for future delivery. If you selected Schedule Time to send your message in the future, enter the send date and time in the appropriate fields, or simply click the calendar or clock icon.
That ability to schedule message was a real time saver, a real valuable tool for me as a principal. And I would have a message that I know I need to get out, but I could time when that message would get out at a time when I thought people would be most likely to receive it. Or maybe I was sending something out that I thought was going to generate some questions. You can time that according to when you'd be ready to respond to those questions.
Exactly, Brian. And the send now, is when you want to send that out immediately. An emergency, you need to send out a school closing, a late start, an emergency at the school. You can use that option. So, real flexibility with this option. Time to double check your message recipients. Step 5, click the OK button to begin creating your message. Fun fact, after clicking the OK button, double check your message recipients by clicking the contact records found and student records found numbers. Enter your email message. Step 6, depending upon your message type, fill out the appropriate fields highlighted below. Email, customize your message by entering a reply to address, CC or BCC email addresses, subject, message, and even attachments using the formatting tools provided in the appropriate fields. Enter your text message or enter multiple message types at once. Text message, enter your message in the text message box, and JMC will seamlessly deliver the message to recipients or provide a link to the full message if it exceeds the character limit, ensuring a cohesive and uninterrupted communication or experience. Email and text or email, text and phone. Enter a reply to address, subject, and message in the appropriate fields. Send your message. Step 7, click the send button to send your message. Helpful tip, monitor the status of your outgoing message by heading to Message Center, Message Status. Fun fact, you can click the reset button to easily create another message.
All right, let's take a live look at creating a message. Now we are going to Message Center, Send Messages. Just like Greg talked about earlier, we're going to start by selecting our audience. Who do we want this to go to? And Greg did a nice job of explaining the different options you have and the situations where you might use them. We'll just, for practice here, we'll just pull up, go with random. See, when I choose random, now I've got a field down here where I can search for the name. We'll send Mr. Appleby here. He's got a student in school. We'll send him a message about his son or daughter. Here's the option to include community members in the message. We should add that this option will only work if you are using the Community Messenger portal in your suite of JMC products. The message type, email, text message, all the different types that we can send here. We'll just send Mr. Appleby an email message. I can choose whether I'm going to have that go just to the primary contact or if I want it to go to the student as well. And then we talked about the send now or schedule time later. You see a little bit of a difference in the fields down here at the bottom. I've chosen email, so I've got a place to put the reply address and copy other email addresses in if I so choose. Enter my subject line. I can add attachments, and then once I've entered, got my message ready to go, type it in down here. If I change this to just a text message, you're going to see now I don't have those, the reply to address, some of those other things that are associated with email. But I can do combination. I could do a combination email and text. Okay, and again, I can come down here. I'm ready to go. It finds the contacts for me. Sorry about that. We'll type in a reply address, my subject, and type my message. and I can go ahead and send that. Very, very much like sending an email from your regular email client. Anything to add here, Greg?
No, great job, but it's really easy to use. And once you get the hang of it, using it, I think you'll use it a lot because that communication piece is so important for schools and communities.
Agreed. All right, let's talk about sending phone calls. Whether you prefer pre-recorded phone messages or text-to-voice messages, JMC offers both options to suit your needs. When important announcements like school closures or lockdowns arise, rely on the personalized pre-recorded voice message feature to keep your school community informed. For a quick and efficient alternative, take advantage of the text-to-voice phone call option. Simply type your message, and JMC will convert it into a clear and professional voice message. This eliminates the need for a dedicated recording space, making it a convenient choice for staying in touch. To begin sending your recorded phone calls or text-to-voice message, log into JMC Office and go to Message Center, Send Messages. Step 1, select a radio button from the Select box to filter which student contacts to send the recorded phone call or phone call text-to-voice message to. Then fill out the appropriate fields highlighted below. These are going to be the same fields that Greg talked through for sending out text messages and emails. Sequential, a range of student IDs. Random, selecting one or more students. Grade, picking a single grade or span of grade levels. An advisor, as might assign to an elementary class or an advisor-advisee program. Narrow it down to a specific course, send it just to your biology students. Or activity, selecting one or more activities in the activities box. You can also sort by bus route number, random contact, or by tags. And again, you have the option to include all community members or members of a specific group by placing a check mark in the Include Community Members checkbox and select the appropriate radio button if you use the Community Messenger. Step 2, select the Recorded Phone Call or Phone Call Text-to-Voice radio button from the Message Type box to send a recorded phone call or text-to-voice message. Step 3, place a check mark in the appropriate checkbox to identify who should receive your message. Contacts would be all primary and secondary contacts, primary contacts only, or students if you have their cell numbers. Helpful tip, select both primary contact only and students if you'd like the information to go to both families and students. Step 4, place a check mark in the appropriate checkbox to select the contact type that will receive the message in the Call Group box. Step 5, click the Send Now or Schedule Time radio button to select when to send your message. Helpful tip, select when you'd like your message to be sent by clicking the Send Now radio button for immediate delivery or the Schedule Time radio button for future delivery. If you selected Schedule Time to send your message in the future, enter the send date and time in the appropriate fields or simply click the calendar or clock icon. Step 6, select the recording you'd like to use in the Recorded Messages box and click the OK button if you're sending a recorded phone call or to begin entering your text-to-voice message if you're sending a phone call text-to-voice message. Fun fact, after clicking the OK button, double-check your message recipients by clicking the Contact Records Found and Student Records Found numbers. Step 7, click the Send button to send your recorded phone call or phone call text-to-voice message. Helpful tip, monitor the status of your outgoing message by heading to Message Center, Message Status. And fun fact, click the Reset button to easily create another message. So we'll take a live look again, very similar to sending out written messages. Again, I'm going to go to Message Center, Send Messages. And now if I choose to send, choose my audience, what group do I want this to go to, or activity, bus route, etc. Now I'm looking at my phone options. I could do a phone call, text to voice, and here I would have the ability to type my message down below, and it would be read in that male or female voice that you selected earlier. Again, you can select send it to all contacts or primary contacts only, send it to students, choose the call group that you would like that to be sent to, and you can send that message. If you'd like to choose one of your recorded phone calls, you get a few more options here now. All the same things we had before in terms of choosing audience and type and call group, etc. But now you have this library of recorded messages. We'll talk later about how you go about recording those messages, but these are pre-recorded messages for common occurrences that you have ready to go. Now I can choose that. So for example, this was a recorded message welcoming them to a registration, I believe.
Welcome to JMC's Community Messenger, your home.
Okay, so a recorded message about Community Messenger. Again, choose to send now or send later. Choose your audience, and you can go ahead and get that sent out. And you can do the combination of sending email, text, and phone messages out all together. So really a very powerful messaging tool, don't you think, Greg?
Yeah, it really does, and it hits all of the people that need all of that information, and you can get it to them at the right time. All right, as Brian talked about recording phone messages, that's what we're going to go over now. We're going to create recorded messages. Are you seeking a personal and dependable method to keep families up to date? Record phone messages in your own voice to share crucial information or emergencies such as school closures, delayed openings, and lockdowns. Keep these recorded messages for future reference in the Message Center or Admin Connect app to allow families to receive prompt updates on important information enriched with the personal touch of your voice.
And who doesn't want to hear the dulcet tones of Greg Appleby's voice?
Exactly, Brian. To access your voice recording menu, head to File, Administrator Options, and click the Phone Dialer Settings link to get started recording a voice message. Step 1. Call the Message Center phone number assigned to you by JMC to access the voice recording menu and begin recording your custom voice message. Step 2. Remember that access code we talked about earlier. You enter the access code on the phone's keypad when prompted to gain access to the voice recording option. Record and review your message. Step 3, press 1 on your phone's keypad to record a new message. Fun fact, to save time, previously recorded voice messages can be sent by pressing 2 on the phone's keypad when prompted. Step 4, press the pound key on your phone's keypad to review your message and access additional options. Step 5, press 1 on your phone's keypad, then determine the recipients to confirm and distribute the message. 1 is for contacts related to emergencies and weather. 2, for contacts related to students. 3, for contacts related to general school information. If you wish to save the message for future use, press 2 on the keypad. To replay your message, press 3. If you want to re-record your message, press 4. To completely cancel your message, press 5 on the keypad.
And this is a voice prompted menu that you'll be walked through on your phone.
Correct. You won't need to memorize that. Helpful tip. Head to the Manage Phone Recordings page in the JMC Office Message Center to review, delete, and rename saved messages.
So we'll take a live look, although there's really not much to look at here because much of what Greg is just talking about happens on your phone. But just as a reminder, where you can find that phone number and that access code, you're going to go to File, Administrator Options, and come down here to your phone dialer settings. This phone number, which is unique to your school, is the number you are going to want to memorize or save into your phone because you might be doing this. Maybe you're out on the roads in the morning on a wintry morning, and you're going to have to call off school, and you're going to do it with a recorded phone call. You can have that number saved in your phone and ready to go. Dial into that number, and then the other number to have memorized or a note or somewhere nearby is this access code. You'll be prompted to enter the access code and then walked through that menu that will help you record a new message or choose one of your already recorded messages. Okay, working with recorded phone messages. Efficiently manage your collection of phone recordings by viewing and editing the details of your pre-recorded voice messages in the JMC Office Message Center. This platform makes it easy to maintain your library of recordings, review the content, name them for quick identification, and delete outdated or irrelevant messages with just a few clicks from the Manage Phone Recordings page. To access your list of recorded messages for review, deletion, or renaming, navigate to Message Center, Manage Phone Recordings in JMC Office. Step 1. Click the play icon in the recording audio column next to the recording to listen to the content of a recorded message and adjust the playback volume using the speaker icon. Helpful tip: click the 3 vertical dots beside the volume control to download the recording or to adjust the playback speed. Fun fact: the recording date time column displays recording information to help identify old or out-of-date recordings. Step 2. Click the pencil icon next to a recording to edit the name of the recording. Step 3. Enter a name in the recording name field to identify the recorded message. Step 4. Click the checkmark button to save your changes, or click the X to discard them. Helpful tip: to delete a recorded message, click the X icon next to the recording. A pop-up message will appear for confirmation. Click the OK button to confirm the deletion, or the Cancel button to go back to the previous page. So again, we'll take a live look. So with our checking our recorded phone messages, we're going to go down to Message Center and go to Manage Your Phone Recordings. So here are the recorded phone messages that we have in our demo database. Again, you can record a message by going through those steps we just talked about a little bit ago of calling into your school number, entering your access code, and saving a message. Once those messages are saved in your JMC office, this is where you can come to listen to them again, edit them if you wish to rename them. You can get rid of them if they're old and no longer needed. A lot of options here. And just to review occasionally, what messages do you have already recorded and ready to go? Maybe plan ahead a little bit if you've got some events coming up where you want to have a pre-recorded message ready to go. You know, I could imagine that in some schools they would have a short, simple school is canceled message recorded and ready to go for those winter mornings when you're just not able to have school. Anything you want to add here, Greg?
No, and I think the other thing that schools may have is schools have different type of lockdowns. Maybe if you have one for a soft lockdown or a hard lockdown, what that does is allows you to easily go to that message and send that general message out to your school rather than to record it. Just a couple of things like that make things easier for you as an administrator.
And I think in times, in those emergency situations when things are happening fast and decisions have to be made quickly, things need to be done. If that message is already recorded and ready to go, that's going to make it easier for you and an administrator. Maybe you've got an office person that you can direct to go ahead and send that message out. But in times of great stress, it's good to have things ready to go.
Yes, exactly.
All right, moving on.
We're going to talk about managing message center reports now. Viewing message status. Effortlessly stay connected and in control of your school-to-home communication with JMC's message status report in JMC Office. Access the message status page after sending your messages to easily monitor their progress and ensure timely delivery. With this report, you can easily track the status of your mass email, voice, and text messages, including those in progress or scheduled for future delivery. To run a message status report in JMC Office, head to Message Center, Message Status. Step 1, select phone call status, text message status, or email message status from the message type drop-down list to indicate the type of report to run. Step 2, click the calendar icon and select a day to view a status report for the selected message type on a specific date. Step 3, select a number from the limit drop-down list to narrow the number of messages displayed on the report. Step 4, optional, click the delete button above a scheduled message to delete that message from the message queue and prevent the message from being sent. Step 5, also optional, click the edit button above a scheduled message and select a new time and date by clicking in the scheduled time fields to modify when the message will be sent. Fun fact, the progress bar will display the percentage of contacts that have received a specific message to keep you in the loop on who has received your communication. Helpful tip, monitor the message status report when sending weather-related or other timely messages to ensure all stakeholders are contacted.
All right, let's take a look at that. We are under, again, Message Center, and we are looking at message status. So double checking on yourself, make sure something got sent. You can search for the type of message you're looking for. I'm going to look for an email message. Choose the date that you're searching. I think I sent a message yesterday to Mr. Appleby. I just want to make sure I did that. Yeah, and it pops up right here. I get some information about the message type, when was it sent, the number of messages that went out. It'll even show me the body of the message that I was able to send. And again, depending on the different types of messages that you've scheduled to send, if you've got messages scheduled for the future, they're going to appear in this window, and you'll have the ability to either edit the date and time those messages would go out, or if you decided you don't need those messages to go anymore, you can cancel those messages altogether. All right, we will move on to viewing external communication details. Effortlessly stay organized and in control of your communication with JMC's External Communication Detail Log. Access and review call, email, and text messages sent to the office and teacher portals, as well as the Coach's Activities app. With the External Communication Detail Log, you can easily view important details like sender information, sending time, recipients, and message content. Plus, the search feature allows you to quickly locate messages within specific date ranges. Head to Message Center, External Communication Detail Log. Step 1. Select the message type from the drop-down list to view emails, calls, text messages, or all messages. Step 2. Enter the from date and to date in the appropriate fields to specify the date range of the logged messages you'd like to view, or click the calendar icon. Step 3. Click the preview button to view the selected messages sent in the set date range. Step 4. Click the greater than symbol next to an entry to view the following expanded details of that communication entry. The user who sent the message, could be a teacher, a coach, etc. How the user chose the recipient list, for example, by activity, by class. The actual text of the message. A list of contacts who were not messaged due to some error. And a list of contacts who were messaged. Finally, step 5, click the print button if you want to print a copy of this report. So we'll take a live look at viewing external communication details. Once again, let's go back to home here. We are in the Message Center, and we are looking at the External Communication Detail Log. All right. not going to have a lot of messages here in this database for this summer, but let's bump this date back earlier in this past school year and see if we can pull up a few more messages. Now I've got a larger group of messages to pick from. This is showing all messages. If I wanted to screen that down to, say, just emails that have gone out, choose email, look at just phone messages that have gone out. Looks like there's only one of those. Or if I want to look for text messages, doesn't look like there's been any sent in that span. But you really have the power then to, for any message, find the message that you'd like to check on, click the little greater than symbol. I'm an old math teacher, so we're going to call that the greater than symbol. And you can see some additional details about that message. Who was the user that sent it, the audience it was sent to, and then the actual message itself. So a real powerful tool for verifying messaging that you have sent out. And I think that's sometimes valuable in a school where perhaps you've had a parent or a patron who has questioned whether you were communicating well enough. Here's a way for you to verify that messages go out. And there are times, because it will tell you, it'll give you a list of names that were not contacted due to some error. Sometimes there's a typo in your system on a parent's email address, or maybe they've not provided an email address. They can't receive messaging if they don't have an email address or have the correct email address. So this report can help you catch some of those problems you might have in your system. No. Anything that you would add on how you like to use that report, Greg?
No, but it is a great report to also, see all the information that's been sent out through all of JMC. And another example could be maybe someone decided to opt out of receiving phone calls. You can go in and check that also. So really another powerful tool that JMC has to make the message center great.
And because it logs all the messages sent from all of our portals, whether it was sent from a teacher portal, whether it was sent from the office, whether it was sent by somebody using the Coach Activities app, all of those messages are logged, and that's a valuable tool to have. You get questioned about, hey, did your coach really say this? You've got an ability to go back and go through the messaging and verify just what actually was said.
Yes, absolutely.
That brings us to the end of our recorded webinar. We thank you for viewing it with us. I'm Brian Wall, and for Greg Appleby, we thank you for choosing JMC.